Misha again. I just realized the video that I did yesterday needed a couple clarifications, and then I can continue on my merry, crazy way to show you some of my madness. First, I wanted to make sure you guys knew that the dads, both the dads to both my kids, are both negative. They are not infected. They were never infected by me. Uh, both my kids are negative, and the reason being is I took my meds, I was undetectable, and I couldn't transmit it. So that's what the U equals U means, is you were undetectable because you take your meds. You're untransmittable, you can't transmit it to others. So I want to make sure everybody knew that both the dads are negative and both my kids are negative. And yes, I did not have a choice, really. I mean, I was not going to give either one of my kids up and abort them for just because I was HIV positive, because I had doctors telling me it would be fine and it was able to be done, and I believed them. And the second time I of course knew it could be done, so that was cool. And that was one of the things I wanted to make sure I clarified on. And I have little notes here on my post-it so I didn't get too sidetracked. Also, the other reason why I waited to tell people for such a long time, especially, till I left Tahoe, was because one of my kids' dads, could lose his job, and I would never want to put his life in jeopardy like that. I can't have him lose his career just because of something that's up with me and has nothing to do with him, especially because we're not even together. He is negative, so his job should not have any kind of anything. So that's all good, and I would never have wanted to do that, just like I would never put my kids in jeopardy. And that's why I waited, because I never wanted to have them be stigmatized, by me and what my medical issues are, as opposed to their lives and the fact that they are negative and the fact that both the dads are negative. So there's one of the things I wanted to clarify on. I wanted to also say that it was very scary getting diagnosed when I was pregnant, and there was not very many people to talk to about. When I was going to go drive and tell my boyfriend at the time, the father of the baby, I was really freaked out, and I actually thought about driving up off the cliff on the top of Tahoe, one of the mountains, and I didn't, because I really wanted to just be there for my baby, and I wanted to be able to have my baby and still have a good life. And I thought, in my heart, this has to be possible. I can't lose hope. And I didn't lose hope, and this is where we are, So yay that the modern science, the miracle of modern science, with the undetectable part and the taking your meds, because that was a big, huge deal. So that also, I also wanted to say that I do, the difference between HIV and AIDS, and why people can be diagnosed with AIDS and then be moved up to the HIV class, is because AIDS is when your T cells, which every person in the world has them, your T cells go lower than 200, and you have HIV, that would mean you have AIDS instead of HIV. Then if your T cells are above 200 and, above, like I have 485 or 480 something, then that means you have HIV and you no longer have AIDS. AIDS is under 200, and pretty much you're on the way down the hill, as opposed to above 200 and being undetectable. And there you go. Usually when you're under 200, you're not undetectable, but I mean, I'm sure there's probably been quite a few people out there that could have been under 200 and still undetectable, but I'm not sure how that would happen as much. It's usually when people stop taking their meds, or when they don't know and they haven't taken any meds because they have no idea that they're HIV positive. So there's the difference. There is the T cells, and everybody does have them. So most people have them up in the 1500s. And the other thing I wanted to make sure I talked about was I do have my therapy animals, and I forgot to tell you about our therapy snake. Well, I guess he's my son's snake, but I use him as therapy because I come in and check on him all the time, and just talking to him helps, and taking him out and holding him, and having my rats being able to be there for them and taking care of them and holding them. Like the other day I was crying and being all upset, and one of the rats came up and was licking my tears and being so sweet and just totally being sweet and nuzzling me. And I'm like, oh, that was so sweet. She's totally, awesome. And she is really a therapy rat. And so it got me through to when I got my baby back, my Savannah, that you can see lounging behind me. And so that's the things I wanted to touch base on and make sure I clarified that. And hopefully I will be doing a whole bunch of new videos. I was hoping I was going to get to do my first driving out and about video, but I'm kind of bummed right now. My friend said that he was helping me with the car, and then he turned around and jacked the price up because of some silly things he did. So I'm really bummed that I'm not going to be able to get that car now, and I won't be doing some cool, crazy driving around videos, but that'll be soon. And hopefully I'll get some viewers and I can help them and be able to give them some hope and support, and just never lose hope. Never, because there's always a way to overcome all of the obstacles. I overcome all of the side effects to all the different meds I've had. I've overcome everything that there is to be able to overcome. I can do it, and I can help show other people how, and I can help give you advice. Hopefully, if you would like to have some, or maybe it just can make you feel good that other people are in the same position, or maybe you're nervous because you never got tested and you want to, and you just want to have somebody there for you. And I would like to help be there for people. I really would. So I hope people keep watching, and thank you. I love you all, and have a peaceful day.